what he does further on in this verse is he just slides over as the lyrics change. He slides the same fingering that you have on the 4th and 5th fret, slides it over to the 2nd and 3rd fret, basically playing like a D shape you would have in E standard. Maintaining the same fingering position, your index finger is going to be hovering over the 3rd string, your middle finger is going to be on the bottom string, and your 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd string. You go to Bangling, tell all my boys. And that's how he engages that first verse. Is basically with the same concept you had with the finger picking motion. He's just gradually moving that up to the 2nd and 3rd fret. So I'll sing a little bit and then you can adjust on your end. So it'll be like this. You go to Bangling, tell all my boys. You go to Bangling, tell all my boys. Same concept. You go to Bangling, tell all my. Except in this matter, when he's playing the 2nd and 3rd fret, he likes to take off that middle finger to play the bottom string open. So you go to Bangling, tell all my boys. You go to Bangling, tell all my boys. And we'll go over that next lick here shortly. So again, this is a very nice, relaxed chording shapes where it doesn't need to be so restricted to the syllables of the lyrics being sung. And then in the 2nd and 3rd fret, so we'll go over this next part where he says, tell all my boys. That's what we'll go over here next. But it's so fairly easy. Again, the chordings are laid out for you in the tablature. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow that up. So in this next portion where he goes, you go to Bangling, tell all my boys. And basically what that's gonna translate into is that somewhere along in this break, you go to Bangling. Let me try that again. He says tell all my boys, at the point where he says boys, he's going to play this open double stop arrangement, which will sound like this. And what you're going to do is play the top string open along with the index finger playing the 3rd string open, and it will sound like this. So altogether it'll be like, tell all my boys, tell all my boys. The double stop. But along with that double stop, he plays a pull off with that. It will sound like this. And it has to be played in that sequence. It's going to be 2 notes. The double stop and then the 3rd string 1st fret. You can play with the thumb twice, 1, 2, or once, 1, or just with the index finger on that 1st fret 3rd string. Either way is fine, but all together it will ring out like this: 1, 2, 3. And it's basically 3 notes that come together as a family. 1, 2, 3, and the 3rd note will cap off that sequence, and that 3rd note is going to be a double stop, but this time with your thumb hovered over the top string and your index finger on the bottom string, and that will be the double stop there. So altogether that sequence will be like this: 1, 2, 3, and then he plays it again immediately. And it will sound like this. That thumb is also pulsating to give you that bass accompaniment. So that's a family of a triad right here. And that thumb likes to just chop in there to keep you in rhythm. It's almost like a ghost note before you play it again. So it'll be like this. From the beginning, it'll be like this: 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, chop. And then you want to gradually pick that up faster. So I'll play it all together from this chording on the 2nd and 3rd fret. So go to England, tell all my boys, tell all my boys. And he likes to resolve on the top string open. Tell all my boys. So altogether that first verse arrangement is going to sound like this: you go to Bangman, tell all my boys. You go to Bangman, tell all my boys. Very cool, very neat takes, basically of octave pairings in this particular tuning arrangement. That's what makes it so neat. So after he plays this sequence, when he resolves on this top string open, he's going to lead into this resolve in this chord. By doing that, he's going to do this bass lick, which will sound like this. What times I'm having. And where it's going to fall is after this. What times I'm having. What times I'm having. Bass note sequence will fall after this. What times shortly. So when he resolves on this top string, he's going to locate the top string 3rd fret, and then the 5th fret top string. What times I'm have, and on that part where he says having is going to be the open string 5th string, so it would be like this, 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that 5th string open, he plays this very typical "Devil Got My Woman" blues. And we'll go over that here shortly. So again, with that bass note, it will be like this. What times I'm we'll go over that here shortly. So in this part where he goes having, he's playing that typical Skip James chord, meaning it's that 5 chord. And what you're going to do is you're going to locate the 4th string, index finger, middle finger, 3rd string, and the ring finger is going to play the bottom string of the 2nd fret. And then of course the pinky finger is going to accent on the 3rd fret 2nd string. Just like what we learned in "Devil Got My Woman" blues. So as a follow-up, it will be like this. What times I'm having. So it's like 2 downstrokes of that. And on that 3rd stroke, you will play that accent on the 3rd fret 2nd string. What times I'm having up in Illinois. So altogether, in unison, it will sound like this. What times I'm having up in Illinois. What times I'm having. So it's like a downstroke, bing, and when you say have the ing part in having, you're utilizing that 2nd string on the 3rd fret. What times I'm having up in Illinois. What times I'm having up in Illinois. And when he says up in Illinois, he's resolving on the top string open. Up in Illinois. And then he starts playing this lick again. That's something that we already covered, but altogether it will flow like this. Times I'm having up in Illinois. So that is a lot to behold on that first portion of the verse. And then what he does is he gets into this unique break. So when he's playing at this part of the song where he goes up in Illinois, up in Illinois, I'm gonna find my So in getting to that point, what we discuss is going to say, from this part going earlier, it'll be like, tell all my boys what times I'm having up in Illinois. And in that part where he goes up in Illinois, what he's going to do is a dribble. And he's going to play on the 6th string open and the 4th string open. So after he plays this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to play that finger picking motion only with your thumb. 1. Slow that down because that is pretty complex. So I'll slow that down a little bit for you to follow. It'll be like this. That's what he does continuing on in the song. And then with this, with that part, he then goes to something like this. Up in Illinois, up in Illinois, up in Illinois, up in Illinois. That's something that we're going to go over here shortly. And what he's doing here is he's playing again this finger picking bass accompaniment rolling motion. This time it's going to be a succession of 3 notes, and you're going to play the top string on the 3rd fret, and then you're going to play 2 open notes on the 4th string twice. So it'll be like this. 1, and by doing that, this succession of 3 notes, the top string, the 3rd fret, is going to be played, and then your thumb is going to come down to the 4th string and play that open, and you're going to play those 2 notes open in succession, but the thumb and the index finger are going to trade off. That's a really nice country rhythm for you to play with, and it's something that he does utilize in the Illinois blues. So up in Illinois, now in the song, he doesn't tend to stay long on this 3rd fret. He just plays that twice. But I think it sounds better if you play it 4 times. In the song, he just plays it twice. So, not trying to get off track, I just wanted to show you that finger picking motion in what he eventually proceeds further along with the song in its dictation. So I'm going to take it from the beginning so we can compile this together. There's a lot to behold, but this is a very nice song that utilizes this very Piedmont style finger-picking patterns. So I'm going to just go to All My Boys, that portion of the song, so it'll be like this. You go to Banglan, you tell all my boys, I'm gonna tell my baby, up in Illinois, up in Illinois, up in Illinois. What times I'm having up in Illinois, up in Illinois, up in Illinois. And then he goes back into that bass lick where he goes, gonna find my baby up in Illinois. And that is something that we did cover earlier. You got Jim Cotton, Jim Massey, Jim Cotton. And then you go back to the coda, continue along further along in the verse by kicking off on that 4th and 5th fret, which I discussed earlier. So again, is compiling all together and just repeating from there. So we've covered basically from front to finish what you expect in the further duration of this song. And it is again utilizing the very strong principles of finger picking. That's why I like this song, is because it's a hybrid of the Batonia style D minor tuning with very folk inspired Piedmont finger picking traditions found on the East Coast. And that's why it's such a very powerful song. It's utilizing both concentrations in this style of music. That's why it's a very nice song to learn. And once you get it, it's got a good fluidity to it, a good flowing motion, and it's utilizing very simple chord concepts and arrangements. It's also laid out for you in the tablature. So it is a very fast-paced song, but you can play it under your own dictation and your own rhythm style. What we're going to do is just take it from the absolute beginning. Cut it off here. I'm going to go really slow. I'm going to start off with the introduction. Here we go. My count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go to Banglan, tell all my boys. Go to tell all my boys, gonna times I'm having up in Illinois, up in Illinois. What times I'm having up in Illinois, gonna keep my is just an instrumental break. So again, it's a song that maybe off the bat is a little bit challenging, but once you get the fluidity down with the discipline of the right hand picking motion, it will come alive at you. The song will come alive in its vibrance. You will catch it. The right hand is definitely dictating the entire tempo of the song, the entire rhythm. And it's only there where you're going to initiate the grasp and the feel of the song. And that's why I like it so much, is because it's a very country inspired rhythm, an unbelievable composition by Skip James, and it's stemming away from his common repertoire. Devil Got My Woman, Cypress Grove Blues are very similar in nature, but this is a very nice, fresh break from those trends. And that's why it was imperative that I wanted to teach this, because of its hybridity with everything. This is a very fun song to play, very hard to listen to on the original LP, but to play it is very spectacular and a very fun thing to have. So I feel that I've explained everything that I've had to with Illinois Blues. It's basically a recycling of the same licks over and over again. It's just the application is crucial and imperative that you get it down. It's all depending on your dictation, and it's all resting upon the rhythm that is dictated by the right hand. The finger picking motion and the discipline is going to be crucial in how you play this song. Not only that, it's going to improve your comfortability with the right hand finger picking motion. This is a song that attacks and distinguishes these individual licks, even these pull-off licks. Carefully playing a combination of double stops and timed licks to perfection will make this song come alive for you. So my name is Delta Lou, and this has been Illinois Blues in Discussion. Thank you so much for following along with my lessons, and there'll be more from here on out. My name is Delta Lou, and I'm signing